Hey, CD.
Yes, Rick.
First of all, I'm not activating Siri, you stupid phone. Secondly, do you like good races?
Oh, of course I do. How about you?
Well, I do like good races, and here we go. It is week number 1 of the Swiss tournament here for the Zelda 1 Randomizer 2023 random percent. And we have Antlers, and we have Czardia, and we're going to have a whole lot of fun trying to figure out all the mess this seed has to give us.
See, I'm just hoping they actually end up with keys, because, you know, keys are very, very, very helpful when playing this video game.
Yeah, but you know, the game's not going to give you those keys easily. It might have to make you fight through certain enemies. It might have enemies that rolled on the plus or minus 2 HP aspect of this, because why not? Or maybe the levels are just going to be second quest, and so therefore even more fun awaits.
Well, I mean, if you're Antlers, who happens to run second quest low percent, you'd be thrilled to see second quest. If you're everybody else, you'd be groaning and just going, game, why did you do this to me?
But Czardia is no slouch. They have been running a Zelda 1 randomizer since the very first tournament back in 2016. In fact, their very first opponent in that double elimination tournament is a certain person that is speaking right now. So they definitely have had some experience playing this game. Both of these runners, I think we're going to be in for a decent matchup here. What do you think? Okay. Of the possible 50-50 flags, CD, what do you think we're going to get?
Let's see. I think we're going to end up with shuffle drop groups, because that one is fun. Let's go with not vanilla items and second quest first half, shapes back half.
Well, that's a very interesting lineup. I do think we're going to get a mixed quest overworld leaning towards the first. I think the wood sword is going to be at the vanilla start, and shop prices are going to be shuffled.
Okay, I think this sounds like fun, and if we're really lucky, maybe it'll be a boomstick. Woohoo!
And which in that case, if it does turn out to be a boomstick, we're going to go ahead and have a whole lot of fun. And I think Czardia is mentioning their disdain towards their ISP. What do you think?
I think, given what he was telling me in the race room earlier, that they deserve it.
This is not an endorsement for CenturyLink.
I mean, that would be something that would not be appropriate for SpeedGaming network of channels. But here we go. We're going to start down in the very bottom left-hand corner. Oh, we got a blue boomerang, though.
That is a very disgusting starting location, more because of the fact that deaths are going to be really, really costly. Now, what Antlers did going past those moblins, I kind of would have just tried to attack them with the boomerang to see if they're 0 HP.
Yeah, every so often you can get lucky and the bomb dropper ends up 0 HP, and then every so often you get unlucky and you hit something else trying to walk past it and they die, and you're like, oh man, there went my bomb drop chance.
And yes, they are 0 HP, or at least plus or minus 4. Okay, they are regular drop groups, or are they?
Well, they're in a drop group at the very least. They're going to drop something. We just don't know if it's bombs yet, because we got a clock and a heart. I want to say that's bomb droppers.
Yeah, but I didn't think you dropped or killed 5 to get that heart drop, but maybe.
Maybe they were doubled up and we didn't see them? Uh-oh, here we go.
There we go. We got ourselves a bomb drop. We do have a cave over here for level 3, which tells us something.
That tells us it's a mixed quest overworld. Not sure which one yet, though.
By the way, we do have 0 HP enemies. And
Yay!
CenturyLink sucks.
Yes. CenturyLink, why are you doing this to poor Czardia? They are just trying to play a video game. Antlers is going to go ahead and check first quest level 6.
By the way, you notice the enemies are in their normal spots.
Yeah, they are. We've got Lionel's up in on the way to Death Mountain in the grave, which, as long as they're 0 HP, dodge, dodge, dodge. Oh.
All right, well, that's a little bit of a dicey walkthrough right there, but Antler's got through it.
He did a very good job. Mm-hmm.
Our armors will be shuffled.
Woohoo! All right, that's fun.
Not the... Oh, the item's been shuffled, too. We get the Coast Heart.
See, this is going to be good, because this hopefully means that items are not in their vanilla locations. So we might actually have to hunt for stuff today.
Well, we'll see if that turns out to be the case. Because, obviously, having knowledge where the items are going to be can make for interesting races in its own way. Have we seen a shop yet, by the way?
No, I don't think so. We've seen a couple of money-making games, some door repairs, and they're all saying, call me on my lunch break, or I'm on my lunch break, which also means that we have Book to Understand Old Men that rolled on.
That is always a fun flag.
Oh, call 411. I'm sorry. They're saying, call information and leave me alone. Thank you. Ooh, okay, that's a really nice small secret of 20.
The secrets have been changed, which means the shop prices are going to be changed as well.
Well, I mean, it looks like we got fairly decent money, so I'm kind of hoping maybe they went to, like, medium to high, just to kind of even it out a little bit.
All right, so 27 down to 10, minus 17 on the door repair charge.
Hey, we got a bomb drop from Antlers. I think it was off a blue Octorok.
Yeah, it was. 73 for the large secret.
Ooh, well, that's better than 52.
Now you just hope it's not a second quest overworld.
And that's the only large secret? Yeah, that'd be a little unfortunate. Though they would get the extra small secret in that case, which would be an extra 20 rupees. So, not as bad as it could be.
And CenturyLink sucks.
Yep, it's okay. We can just imagine that we are playing on a TV, and this is the point where you're a kid. You would stand up and just kind of like start thonking on the side of the television, going, all right, come on.
I mean, that's what happened to me in the last tournament.
Yes, I remember. We had all sorts of plaid on some of your races.
Yes, you were on commentary for that race.
Oh yeah, that was highly enjoyable.
Yeah, be the one playing it was really enjoyable, so I know exactly what Czardia is going through with his CenturyLink.
Oh, I know, it's so frustrating, but in good news, Czardia, being a veteran of the community, they are recording locally, so in the off chance anything happens, they will be able to provide a VOD.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, so we did get to see those Triforces up on the screen. We're not going to know really for certain what they mean because that would be 6 in each location. 6 is guaranteed. We're going to have 6 as one of the 2 Triforces no matter what. But the 8 is a question mark until we start to see some of these dungeons.
Is this the same 73 rupee? Did
that was the same one.
Secret? Okay.
That was the same one that Czardia saw.
All right. Well, that's definitely a thing. And somebody in chat is trying to say that vanilla level 3 turned into a cave, though I was slightly distracted by bomb droppers while we were down there.
Yeah, it was a cave, so I guess that means it's full second quest.
Yay.
Which means that's the only large secret of the game.
You sound so happy about that, Rick. At least we have, a money-making game, and we can cross our fingers that maybe we won't have to buy bait.
Watch me now get second quest dungeons, so therefore you have 3 and 8.
Oh, that would be so painful, because then you'd have to possibly, if you can't up an A out of one of those, you'd have to buy bait twice.
Nice force, Czardia.
All right, so Antlers, meanwhile, he's checking all these open caves. We are still looking for a sword. Yep, we're on the same screen. It's amazing. And what we're really also hoping to see is whether or not extra candles is rolled on. Especially given second quest money, we're going to have to buy a candle if it didn't roll on.
Nice force Antlers. Both of these runners showing their forces, showing their tech skills already in this game.
Alright, so Antlers is trying to bomb Spectacle Rock. It looks like maybe he didn't... Whoa.
Oh,
that
you just missed it.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
No!
Boomstick!
Yeah, but we don't have any money.
Czardia gets plus 50 in the money-making game.
Alright, well, you know, I now wholly expect one of the players to do the money-making game so that we can get the boomstick. Because the book could also be an atlas in addition to talking to all those wonderful old men.
Level 4. So here's the big question. Is this 1Q4? That starting location does say it potentially could be. Walking up to this room, looks like we could be dealing with 1Q4. Ladder and 4!
Well, I mean, that does confirm that Heart Shuffle's on really quickly. That's our first 4 item in the entire game, and it's going to be a good one. Uh-oh, Sentry Link, come on.
And that's all we're going to see. All right, so it looks like we got one first quest levels 1 through 6. So that is the Triforce for level 6. Again, we don't know about the Triforce in level 8 at this point because we do need to see 7, 8, or 9 to come up with that determination.
Now, meanwhile, Antlers had found level 3, and then he walked out, so I'm not really sure exactly where he found it. Oh, okay.
It's a key lock, and he found it at the Armo CISA 2.
Okay, so he was pretty close to... Ooh, we got secrets. Though, without that book, those secrets are useless.
And you got to buy that book for 200 rupees.
Oh, man, that's expensive. And then you're not even guaranteed to know whether or not the secrets are true, mixed, or completely made up.
Czardia making their way through this level 4.
If that wasn't a shutter door and necessary, I would be so tempted to leave that rupee boss behind, given that we have second quest money.
So far, I've seen the ladder was in what would have been the Gliok room in level 4, right in that Gliok spot.
Which normally was the heart, yeah?
Yep. So I'm wondering if we're going to see the Triforce in the Triforce room. Bow on the coast, by the way.
Oh, well, we definitely need that ladder out of 4, as Czardia is going to pick up the Triforce out of level 4, and let's see if he goes back in. They go back in.
They're choosing not to at this point. Probably waiting for maybe a pointy stick in order to consider going back in.
I mean, the enemy set didn't seem too terrible. Like, most of those rooms he could clear with the boomerang, with the exception of there was a Gliok in the way, as we have level 5 on Antlers' side in the Vanilla Potion Shop cave.
So Czardia does have one leg up on this point, and that's the fact that they know that the Heart Shuffle is turned on.
They do, as Antlers is going to find level 1 all the way up in this top corner. That's like 4 or 5 levels that are all up in this section of the map. And we've got a sword, but no candle.
No extra candles. That's okay.
Yeah, that's a slight problem. To answer a question in chat, what are these settings to allow the pancakes to be killed with boomerang? So the HP of the enemies and bosses has the ability to roll up, roll down, or roll to 0. And in this case, the HPs for the enemies have all rolled to 0.
Now there's going into level 1, Czardia.
He's in a tea room. He's in the tea room in 5?
Nope.
No, okay. Sorry, I thought for a second I saw him ladder clip in the dark, but...
Yeah, he did. It's just, he didn't need to. It was not the tea room. I thought he was in the tea room for just a moment, though.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, we're on the ladder, we're on top of the water. Did he just go a second square? Oh, bomb upgrade. Are they going to buy it? Ooh.
They bought it for 4 extra bombs. The price was not altered. Antlers sees the Triforce in the Triforce room. So
I like that he's choosing to continue on and use his key to get further into level 1.
I mean, there's 2 items in here at the very least. This is going to be one of them. Level 1 contains the wand.
Antlers, you know where the book is. I know you don't need it because you're amazing at this video game, but come on, boomstick.
I would still get the book at this point because you don't know what 7, 8, or 9 are going to be. If it turns out to be shapes, you would definitely want that book.
Yeah, it would be so handy to have. And just as a weapon, this wand is great. It's going to give you a ranged ability. It's a little bit easier to use than that boomerang, especially on these grabby hands. You don't have to wait for it to come back.
Antlers is about to find... Oh, red ring!
Oh, level 1. I love you. This is my level. This is like 0 HP enemies. Here, have a wand, which is an amazing weapon, and then have a red ring.
So the interesting decision now is Antlers is opting to leave this level 1 by the looks of things, but maybe because of the lack of keys.
Yeah, I didn't really see anything that was canonical that was along his path. It should be easy to clear when he gets keys and can come back later. So, you know, not a big deal.
So Zardia is going to see this level 1. He's one screen away from where the wood sword is, but they don't know it.
I mean, I don't well, these bunnies in 5 I think have been the only thing to slow our runners down, because other than that, it's all been things that we could kill with that boomerang.
Well, Zardia got stopped and then level 5 had to leave, I think because he saw a Gliok and he didn't have the means to kill it.
Okay, fair. He also... I'm trying to figure out what this room is. Because neither of our runners have found a candle yet.
It's the NSU room for Antlers.
Okay, Zardia is about to get his wand, so that's going to even up the offense a little bit. No, Zardia doesn't have that sword, but at the moment, they don't really need it. They have got the wand that can kill the bunnies, the Gliok. The only thing it really can't deal with is the dinosaurs.
Or the Wizrobes, which we haven't seen yet.
Shh! We're hoping they're hiding somewhere deep in level 9, Rick.
By the way, in the initial searching through some... Hi there, Gliok, or not Gliok, Goma.
Yeah, but...
So, the initial search through some of these levels, there's the magic boomerang, which we already have. So that tells Antlers that the heart shuffle's turned off, or the heart shuffle's turned on officially. But the one thing I do want to note here is that it looks like the enemies are in their normal dungeons, which means... Oh, white sword for Zardia! He doesn't need the white sword anymore!
See? This level 1 is like my dream. This is my dream level 1. This is beautiful.
Getting back to what I was about to say, though, so far the levels seem to be turning out with the regular enemies in them. So Wizrobes are going to be in 4, 6, and 9.
Woohoo! I mean, you know, I'm relatively okay with that, though. We didn't actually see any when we were in 4.
That's because 4, while it does have the Wizrobe set, doesn't actually have Wizrobes in it.
Really?
The game just wanted to be nice. There's a recorder in 5. How nice for the vanilla.
Yeah, no, there should be air quotes around the word nice.
Well, the developers wanted to be nice by only giving you the likes and the buyers of the group, as opposed to the actual Wizrobes in that actual level.
Alright, so Antlers is going to be ladder blocked and key blocked from being able to get to his Triforce on that side. I don't know if there's going to be another path that he can try.
Well, he's definitely going to try, as Zardia looks to grab the third item of this level, and this is the room right here. So Zardia will have the red ring. The only advantage that Zardia is going to have out of this level 1 is that white sword, which we did see with the fight against that Gliok. Boss HP is not 0.
Yeah, the boss HP I think is looking either vanilla or, you know, they're maybe beefy. I don't know. I'm never really very good at remembering how much HP they originally have. I just know that if it feels like I'm stabbing them a few too many times. As Zardia is going to pick up their Triforce at a level 1, Antlers is taking the staircase in 5. And he may have another path around that ladder block room.
10 and 8.
10 and 8?
Yep, 10 wood swords to get rid of the first head, 8 to get rid of all the others.
Oh, on the vanilla Gliok. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, the Patrites. So here's the funny thing about Patra. The little orbitals are all considered the HP of the mobs, the regular everyday mobs, and then the Patra is completely separate HP. So you can have 0 HP little Patrites, and you can have a normal HP Patra right in the center. It's kind of fun. Alright, it looks like... Oh, Antlers is going to get lucky. He's going to be able to get into the Triforce room, and he may come out of this level 5 positive in keys.
That's always a plus right here when you get to walk out of a dungeon, especially like 5 and have more keys than you had going in. Zardia going into this level 3, 4 keys, so this is definitely a dig at this point. So did Zardia see the bow? I don't think they did. I think Antlers is the only one that knows about that bow.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing Zardia down in that direction.
Also, we have seen levels 1, 3, 4,
5.
5. And nobody... Well,
No sign of
Antlers-
9. No sign of 9 yet.
Well, here's where I'm going with that statement. We've seen the recorder in level 5. Antlers grabbed it. So maybe the part of the thought process is to see if Flute to Unbeaten Dungeons is turned on.
Oh, that's always a really good one to check as soon as you possibly can when you get that recorder. Because sadly, if you wait until the end of the game to go, oh, hey, I should have checked the recorder, you may end up with just, you know, a breadstick that doesn't really do much. So I find it kind of amusing that we are almost 18 minutes into the game and neither of our runners has a candle.
And there's only been one heart container found, and that was the Armos heart.
Yeah, exactly. We haven't seen, I mean, at least Antlers has seen that there was no extra candle in the Wood Sword Cave, but Zardia, did he make it over into that corner?
I don't think so.
Okay, so he's not going to have that information possibly, and I don't think we've even seen a candle shop. Alright, Zardia is going to pick up their Triforce out of level 3.
Antlers continuing to search out this level 3. Zardia going back in, because at this point you definitely do want to get the information.
Well, I mean, if I'm one of our runners, I'm really hoping for a free red candle at this point, because you know that you're going to have to buy it. You also know, if you're Antlers, that this is a boomstick seed, and you would make me very happy if you bought the boomstick. But you know, it would save you a little bit of money on what could be a tight money seed.
200 rupees.
I
Antlers
know!
has 200 rupees.
Come on, Antlers, go buy a book.
So that dark room that Antlers is leaving, obviously it's not the room that Manhandle normally is in, but more importantly, dark rooms cannot have either the item drop or a Triforce.
Yes, exactly. They can have keys or bombs or you know, a fiver or whatever, but they're not going to actually be important. So if you are just clearing the dungeon looking for the important items, you don't need to bother.
So this is going to be one of the items here.
Yeah, the desert floor room. This, oh, buddy, woohoo! All right, so if you're Antlers right now, what you really need to do is find 4 and get yourself that ladder, because that will put you theoretically in Triforce and Go mode. Unless, of course, something rolled underneath a power bracelet, which is the only thing, or a raft. Ooh, big shield.
That's a no.
Yeah, I don't, you know, we see a lot of people asking why don't runners pick that up during races. It's one of those, you know, we can beat the game without it. Sometimes it messes with your screen scrolling. You know, a lot of times it's not worth those extra couple of seconds to go down into the dungeon to pick it up.
Or if you're like me, you can't avoid likes.
Yeah, I mean, pancake hugs are the best. You get covered in maple syrup.
Yes, and then you lose your big shield.
Yeah, Antlers is going to pick up his Triforce at a level 3. Oh, I did not know Antlers had that emote. That's awesome. Antlers, boomstick book! Come on!
I think we're getting a boomstick!
Yay! Yeah, oh, come on, CenturyLink.
Well, CenturyLink did pick up the shield.
Okay, I mean, and again, I can understand that. If you are the type that is able to hold on to the big shield, it's really useful for blocking Wizrobe beams and things like that.
Did Zardia pick up the silver arrows?
I don't know for sure, but when he gets down to the coast and we see if he picks up the bow, maybe when he scrolls through, we'll be able to take a peek.
And Antlers pops into level 4. We will get a map to the level when you pick up the book, so there's an advantage there. Chat confirming to us that we have these silvers in our arsenal for Czardia, so thank you very much for that.
All right, Antlers with this boomstick, that red ring, even just at 4 hearts, he's going to make very quick work of this level 4.
We may not be done searching for items, though.
Well, true. If it's a second quest overworld, you really kind of want to find that power bracelet, because there are more power bracelet spots in a second quest overworld than there are normally in a vanilla map.
I'm also still surprised we haven't tooted to see where these recorder spots go.
Yeah, very true. It would be pretty handy if it went to Unbeaten New.
35 and 81. Gee, which one am I buying?
Blue.
That would be definitely my choice.
That is as much math as I will ever do on stream. Yay!
That reminds me, I should check on how the bird is doing.
Oh, yay, also Alright, so meanwhile, Antlers is continuing to work his way through level 4. He has to be looking for both items at this point. Again, Rick brought up the really good point that we're on a second quest overworld, so he might actually need the raft or the power bracelet. I mean, any key we definitely would not, say no to. Czardia is going to pick up his bow off the coast.
I mean, you would scoff at it when you have 9 keys, but you'd still be like, oh, fine.
I mean, I would walk down the stairs to go get it. I'm not at a Genos.
Well, I hope not.
I mean, that'd be a little weird. Alright, we got the Triforce all the way up in the top of level 4. Sadly, we can't bomb that wall.
Level 6 has been located for Czardia. It is the level that we already have the Triforce for. But how many races have you seen so far where the level that you already have the Triforce for has a very important item?
Yes.
Yes, the answer is yes.
The answer is yes. I actually played one last night.
I actually played one last night as well. In my case, it was level 5, which we already had the Triforce for. Was it 5? It was the level we already had the Triforce for that had the silvers in it.
All right, so an important thing to note, Antlers, when he walked through the old man room, the old men are now actually talking. The old man told him that level 5 was going to be on the coast. So this could mean that we actually have helpful hints or mixed hints on.
Not enough information exists at this point, but we are getting closer to finding it out. Our container here is the floor drop for level 6.
That was a slightly weird place for that to be. Because that was the diagonal block room.
It's the Goma room.
Okay. Oh, because it's... Okay, never mind. It's something that happens in vanilla level 6, I'm guessing.
Yep.
See, I've played more Randomizer than I think I probably ever played at the vanilla game, as Antlers is going to go ahead and pick up his Triforce at a level 4. Now, what I'm waiting for is for one of our runners to either find 7, 8, or 9 so that we can see what the second half quest distribution is going to be.
I agree. Czardia picks up the Triforce they already own.
I mean, it's a health refill and a quick way out of the dungeon.
Our container, the other item inside of this level 4, Antlers, even despite the red ring, has decided, hey, 4 hearts, I could die easily to Wiz Robes.
To be fair, there's also a white sword item that could be in play.
You are right, and we haven't seen that white sword item yet.
Oh, that's a definite indication that we have a full second quest overworld when the fairy pond appears at level 5.
Yes, indeed.
Antlers
Please
is
don't turn
at.
the game console off right now.
Yeah, that'd be bad. That'd be not a great way to win a race. All right, Czardia is... So here, again, I'll point out, we are walking past all of these burn spots in the forest because we have yet to find a blue candle.
I'm actually interested in Antler's decision here. He just up and ate and saved. And the reason why that's weird to me...
We've seen the hint shop. Or maybe he's testing the recorder?
Now he's testing out the recorder. All right, so this takes us to Unbeaten Dungeons, but it is going to be...
Vanilla
locations.
On the plus side, that's a nice price for a key, at least.
That's up for debate.
Well, I mean, it would have been a lot nicer had we found a candle store.
Yes. So the issue with what I have with Antler's movement right there is he's got the ladder, and we've got a second quest Overworld, and there's 2 spots along the river that Czardia is about to check.
Yeah, these spots drive me crazy all the time because it's like, okay, I think I've got it, and then Zora shoots you at the moment you're placing the bomb. But Antlers is going to go ahead, pick up his bow off the coast.
And we're going to yell at CenturyLink some more.
Oh, CenturyLink, you definitely do not get cookies. Zardia, bomb spots!
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, the guys might, they might get back to it later. I don't know. They're like, okay. We're just going to leave this behind. And I kind of understand it because those are some of my least favorite spots to check ever. Hey, we got level 6 on Antler's side.
Yep. And Antlers, who already has the Triforce out of the dungeon, is going to say, I'll make you force me back in here.
I think this is a very, very valid strategy. I actually had somebody ask me why I left Second Quest level 8 after getting a Triforce 1 room in yesterday.
Because it's Second Quest level 8.
Exactly! As Czardia finds a heart in their first take any, I think.
I want to say yes. I want to say yes, that is the first one we've seen.
I mean, it's really lucky, though, because he's got enough bombs to be able to finish up Death Mountain, so it'd be curious to see if they just do the entire, do the entire thing. So.
Antler's checking out this second quest location. And there's another of our take kitties.
Woohoo! We got some more hearts. We are officially, if we add both of our runners together, getting closer to Magical Sword. Hey, it's a candle stop! Candle! Czardia!
5 rupees.
Make a note! We might have to go farm some guineas. Wow,
Czardia, I think the Czardia was just double checking to make sure where the second quest caves are, plus noting. And that is a second recorder blocked take any.
That's rather amusing. Antlers wisely is going to go ahead and pick up a potion, though with that boomstick, and with 0 HP enemies, he's been amassing quite a few rupees.
Which will be good when Antlers finally finds
the candle shop. Yeah, I mean, we might need a candle. Candleless seeds are pretty rare. Like, a little bit less rare than ladder.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm glad we have found the silver arrows, because 96 is a lot of rupees to spend on that right there.
Yeah, that's like highway robbery. It's like, really? You think you have a monopoly? Tough cookies. I found the silver arrows free sitting on the floor.
Czardia getting the Armos item right there. Now we're getting up towards the northwest corner of this. Level 2 underneath the flue spot in the Deadwoods.
Well, all right. So this is good for Antlers. He is going to be able to. He should be able to make really short work of this level 2. There's going to be bombable walls. There's going to be a couple of key doors, but he's up to 8 keys.
So we're looking for the Dodongo room. The Dodongo room, which would be the...
it has the sandy floor in vanilla, right?
It's already found 8 over here
in
Second Quest 7, 8, 9.
Wait, Czardia also bought the book, didn't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why we could tell from the moment we walked in, and yay, we got Second Quest back half. Goody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for 9, this is great. For 7 and 8, this is not great.
Although, if you watched the race last night, Second Quest 9 is not a guaranteed walk in the park. By the way, watch that video.
Oh, very true. That was a great race. Hey, disco floor!
That almost looks like a cheese floor.
I'd feel a little worried to walk on it if it was made of cheese.
I mean, Mario Kart makes you drive on a cheese floor.
Okay. Well, I don't have Mario Kart just yet, but we'll see.
Zardia finds another candle shop up here on Death Mountain. 36, getting closer.
Alright, Antlers does a nice ladder clip to get across this tea room without having to double back. He's gonna find the map sitting there. We don't need it. We've got the book. We're good. Now, he's looking for, if I remember correctly, the Dodongo room in 2 has, like, the sandy floor on it?
Yep.
Yeah.
The sandy floor, and it's also the 4BMOS shooting room is the other one he's looking for. This one's probably the small... No, this one's the room we're looking for. Red candle.
Hey! Hey, we got a candle up in 2! CenturyLink, get your act together, buddy.
Zardia has found level 7.
Oh, Death Mountain, you did not give us nice things today. Though, here on the plus side, I think other than level 2, that's all, and 9, that is all of our levels found. So there's a very small chance we don't need to dig out a power bracelet or a raft. However, Zardia doesn't know that yet because they still haven't found 2.
Please bear with Zardia for just a moment here.
I mean, send Zardia all your sympathies because their internet is, you know, terrible.
That's why their file names are what they are.
Yeah, I actually know someone else who has CenturyLink, and they are... Oh, no!
What the heck?
So this is a glitch. This is a glitch where if you walk into the staircase, walk back out, sometimes it can put you into the blocks, and you have to up A and go back to start. It's terrible, but it's what happens when Second Quest, you know, does Second Quest things.
Well, that was fun.
This is why Fred facepalms Second Quest all the time.
I'm sure there's other reasons why Fred facepalmed Second Quest. This is reason number 73.
Antlers is going to get the Triforce out of level 2. And I would have to imagine this would send him on the path up towards Death Mountain. From here, you would want to check all of the remaining like recorder spots and places like that you have access to. And hopefully he's going to skip the candle and just kind of work his way clockwise, maybe?
So, by the way, knowing that we have a second quest 7, 8, 9, that means that we have the Triforce already to this level 7. It's the Triforce out of 8 that we do need to dig.
No, that's actually meaner than level 7.
How about this for mean?
Oh dear. Alright, well,
Zardia said I have had enough.
I can't say that I blame them.
I think Zardia now says, hey, level 8, want to do your worst?
Why would you say that, Rick? That's like, you know, tempting somebody. It's like tempting fate. It's like, hey, I'm having a great day. What could you possibly do to me? And then the game goes, here, have Second Quest 8.
I mean, Zardia already found out that it was Second Quest 8 when they walked in here a few minutes ago.
True, but they had the option to run away for a little while at least.
Yeah, but then level 7 happened, and that block clip happened.
Yeah, that was not very nice of the game. Oh, hints! It's like we have mixed hints.
Yes, we do. So we have mixed hints, and that hint was not necessarily a good hint, but I mean, at least you only lost a short amount of rupees towards it.
Yeah, and again, Antlers is doing... He's gaining a lot of rupees because with Boomstick, you just... And 0 HP enemies, you just kind of incidentally end up killing everything in the room.
Zardia would love to keep swords for this. Survives it.
Good job. I like that they are making use of the boomerang, especially in this dungeon, just to kind of, you know, kill off all the 0 HP junk.
That room is not what we're looking for.
I don't actually know what the rooms are in Second Quest 8, as Antlers gets a nice ladder clip, and it looks like maybe he's going to start exploration on this side of the map. Or is he heading back towards level 1 to see what the... Oh, he got a raft.
Oh, well, the
Oh.
raft must have been the other item in 2 that we weren't paying attention to.
Well, I mean, I never saw anything.
I never saw it either because
Yeah.
we're looking at Zardia's screen.
Well, I mean, look at what CenturyLink keeps showing us. It's like, new art. Or so I'm gonna say, because, blaming being mad at CenturyLink is almost as easy as being mad at Comcast, I'd imagine.
I'm sure everyone has words to say about their ISP.
Most of mine have actually been really nice since I moved in.
Well, that's awesome.
That's me knocking on wood in the background. Is it possible? Okay, I think Czardia just now picked up the White Sword Heart. Or, I'm sorry, the Armos Heart.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was about. There's the Aniki as our White Sword item.
That is a beautiful item to have, especially with Second Quest 7 and 8 lurking out there.
I mean, it's a nice item to see. You probably were wishing that you'd found that earlier in the run when you were dealing with key issues, but I mean, you're not gonna scream against an Aniki.
No, and I mean, sadly, it was underneath a burn bush, and Czardia, did they ever buy the blue candle?
No, they finally only now are amassing rupees for some purchases down the road.
So this is slightly unfortunate for Czardia because they won't be able to get that. Well, they'll possibly get around to level 2 and find that red candle, but not until after they've spent the money buying the blue candle first. And yeah, this when you have 0 HP Guinea is so much nicer.
Oh, for certain.
There we go. That should be enough for that blue candle for Czardia, and they are technically kind of in the same area of the map, so it won't take long to get back there. Antlers is... Oh, sorry. Maybe he's checking. Look! He's gonna go check your spots, Rick.
They ain't my spots.
Well, I mean, you brought them up first. I would just ignore them until the game forces me not to.
I think Czardia actually did forget that they've already picked up the heart here. I think Czardia is at a point where they need to get the... There's the other take any.
Wow, that's
they need
3
to
of
get
4.
the candle, or they do need to, at this stage, get back into level 5, which we know is going to be required.
Yeah, it's got the recorder, which is blocking level 2. So we definitely need to get that. And we still haven't seen level 9 anywhere.
At this point, I think we're getting down to a few burned bushes that do remain. A recorder spot that wasn't checked up here, which Chancellors is about to check.
And then power bracelet spots.
And then, yay, power bracelet.
Which means we possibly get to go spend some quality time in Second Quest level 7 and 8.
Quality time?
There's air quotes. There are very, very implied air quotes attached to that statement.
I mean, I'm spending quality time with you, but
Yay!
I don't think our two runners are thinking the same thing.
I think it's highly entertaining that all but one of the Take-Any caves were blocked by an item. So we've had 2 that have been blocked by the recorder, 1 that was blocked by the ladder, and only 1 that was free all the way up next to vanilla level 9.
And without extra candles turned on, it really didn't matter.
I mean, they're just channeling their inner chest jerk.
Yesterday was Valentine's Day.
Yeah, but we're gonna have the second Valentine's Day race upcoming here on, I think, what was it, Sunday night?
Sunday night, that's correct. But we got a whole lot of more races to go through beforehand. Like, for instance, you know, if you like Zelda 1 Randomizer, first week of the tournament, a lot of great races going on. Races coming up here in about 15 minutes. And then we've got a pair of races starting up at 9:30, and then 2 races starting up at 10 o'clock as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, most of those I'm going to have to try to catch on VODs later as I work stupidly early. Ooh, it's okay. I'm definitely going to have to go back and watch Bogey versus Random Effect.
Yeah, that should be a phenomenal race coming up here tonight as Antlers dives into level 8, goes, oh, great. Second quest, 7 through 9. Ugh.
Again, Antlers actually runs second quest low percent. So if this was vanilla, he'd be in great shape, and he should at least know what the drop rooms are, I would imagine.
Yeah, but at least if it was second quest items, then you'd know that it was the any key and the wand in here, and as such, you're not diving 17 different staircases.
Very, very true. You'd be like, I don't need any of those. Thanks, game.
7 pairs of staircases, or 7 different staircases. 2 of them take you one ways, and then, of course, all the other fun that is...
Walk through walls?
2Q8. Yes, walk through walls. 2 items in this level. Red bubbles.
I mean, in happier news, Czardia just got their any key. So, yay, we no longer have any need to worry about keys in this seed.
Antlers just tried desperately to get unbubbled.
Yeah, the bubble said no. So maybe the blue one, nah, he's not going to spawn anywhere nice. So this is where actually having that boomstick is going to come in really handy for Antlers, is because even if you take a blue bubble, there is still a lot of damage you can do with the wand. He's got bow, he's got silvers, he's got a recorder, so in theory he should be able to get through this. Even without a sword.
There's level 9.
Where were we?
Forest, burn bush. Power bracelet will not be required.
Yay! I mean, that's good, but we could have had a slightly more time with our runners tonight.
Well, Czardia still hasn't seen level 2.
Which they won't see until they go back into level 5.
Yep. Which
so,
they will need to at some point.
Yeah, but at what point do you actually, like, stop and go, hey, I have to have missed something. Oh, hi, Petra. I have to have missed something. I've got to go redive a level that I've already got the Triforce, or I've already been in.
I think if you're Czardia, considering the fact that you still need to get the Triforce out of level 5, the answer is right after you get done checking the forest for the burn spots.
Yeah, I think that would make sense. As Antlers is making some progress here in level 8, he's going to find a compass. That's pretty handy. Nah, I almost got faked out. Those you gotta love when the grabby hands. Oh, game.
Yeah, that's the 4th one though.
Woohoo! But you gotta love when they take like that extra second. Hey, we got a heart. He's like, no, I have enough. Thanks anyway. But you gotta love when it takes like that extra couple of seconds for the grabby hands to finally come out of the wall.
Here's Czardia going back to level 5, by the way.
Oh, this is really good for Czardia. This is going to get them the recorder. It should get them their Triforce. And, yeah, we won't really need much else. Though, sadly, they still have to go back to second quest level 8 up on Death Mountain.
Yep, they're going to have to get back into level 2 as well. But once they find level 2, they know they're going to be in Triforce and Go mode.
Yeah, basically, there's nothing else that's going to be blocked. Antlers, meanwhile, might end up spending a little bit of extra time digging this level 8 because he has not yet seen level 9 is under a burn bush in the forest.
And Czardia is showing us what is great about the internet service once again.
I'm telling you, this is like when you're a kid and you're playing on the original Nintendo and the TV starts making those weird noises and you just get up and you go funk, funk, funk on the side a couple of times and then it sorts itself out.
Or you hit it too much and it decides, hey, I'm done. Bye.
Well, that's when you just go, Mom, I broke the TV. And then run.
Dearie, that's the 3rd TV you broke this month.
Well, I mean, the old tube TVs, actually, I swear they were a little bit more reliable than the stuff we get these days.
I agree. I
They also
definitely agree.
they also made a lot more fun noises. As Antlers is going to pick up the Triforce at 8. I'm gonna guess he's going to leave. He's seen one of the items. He's got bow. He's got silvers. For all he knows, the 9 is going to be somewhere he can get to it, and it is. So I think he finishes checking Death Mountain, and then we go see a bunch of forest burn bushes for Antlers. I mean, and of course, who wouldn't love a TV that you have to make tinfoil like bunny ears on the television just to get like, you know, the good channels,
as opposed to the bad channels, which was the low power ones that repeated the same program 17 times a day that you didn't care about.
Yeah, which is usually the only thing that you were probably going to get without those lovely and wonderful tinfoil bunny rabbit ears.
Well, absolutely. I mean, you would want to get the good channels, like maybe watching the whatever Disney program was on that day, or the other cartoons that were on.
Yeah, see, my grandmother was ahead of her time. She actually used to record like Fraggle Rock and a bunch of HBO shows on Betamax and then send them to us.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm a bit old. It's okay.
Betamax. That's a name I've heard in a while.
Yeah, Betamax. I think up until the point where I was in high school, that was still in my parents' garage. All right, Antlers is going to up an 8. He's going to head back to the start of the map. He has a lot of burn bushes to take care of over here. So this is actually going to work out really well for him if he focuses on the burn bushes, because eventually it will lead to level 9.
Yep, over in the forest, so a little bit of transitioning. Antlers, no easy way to get over there. You've got all the Triforces, and it's recorded to beaten dungeons, so got that to deal with. But Antlers is going to be in level 9 in about, well, I was going to say about 30 seconds, but instead, we're going to take the raft island over here.
I mean, he does have the raft, and it was a spot, so it's not a very, it's not a very time-consuming check. As Czardia is going to get their recorder out of level 5, they're going to be able to get their Triforce now that they, can get into the Triforce room, and then they should also be on their way to go find level 2.
Where are you going, Czardia? Oh, we're looking for the floor drop.
Okay, I don't dislike this. It makes sense. You haven't been able to find level 2.
Okay.
It kind of makes sense that maybe you're going to look for either a raft or a power bracelet.
Here's level 9 for Antlers. We are looking for the typical 3 things. Unfortunately, Antlers is dealing with a little bit of an audio issue to the point that we cannot use them on stream, so we are looking for a room that goes dark, but it's not guaranteed to be Ganon when we see a room go dark. Oh, thank you, game.
Oh. Wait. She's all the way up in the air. That's almost vanilla. Yeah. All right, where's Ganon? As we got walk-through walls in level 9, which is always fun.
And the room goes dark. That's not him.
Yeah, when we do end up with first or second quest dungeons, it opens up the ability for the dark rooms to roll in, because they don't occur in shape, so it's kind of like a little disturbing. We have a meat purchase from Czardia,
which is not going to be needed, but
they don't know this yet.
They don't know that yet. That's we got Dig Dogger.
Hey, Spiky, what are you doing?
Spiky chose the wrong decision by going into level 9.
Yeah, very true. He also chose the wrong decision for playing for the wrong team. You don't want to be on the bad guys' team. It's not a great idea. I was going to say, Red Ring doing some pretty good work for Antlers here, as he's just able to stand there, take all the hits from the Beamos, and wand down that Patra. Czardia gets the news that it is recorder to vanilla unbeaten dungeons.
Which is the unfortunate part.
But on the plus side, they are checking some of these recorder spots first, which will prove a good idea, as level 2 is eventually going to be under a recorder spot. It's just, you know, on the other side of the world.
It's close to where you started.
I got all excited because Antlers didn't kill the rest of the Wizrobes in that room.
It's always good to know where your blue bubble rooms are.
It is, and it's always helpful to mark it on your tracker, though Antlers did wisely pick up a potion early on from one of his take any's.
Best decision to make in second quest.
The best decision in second quest is not to play second quest.
Antlers has violated that rule many, many times.
and gotten quite a few records for it, so...
Alright, there's Ganon.
Woohoo! And he's in his room!
And he's also 0 HP.
Alright, so Antlers makes really quick work of that bacon, as Czardia is inching closer and closer to finding level 2.
And all Antlers needs to do is just to get over towards the right side and hope that these rooms all connect.
I mean, I'm hoping for the vanilla walkthrough wall into the ear myself. Thankfully, he can do a reverse clip there.
Oh, you might not be done just yet. You might get your walkthrough.
Yay!
Yep, there you go.
See, I like that one because it kind of is funny. You're like, all right, I'm walking straight in his ear.
And one more room to survive. Get your GGs reserved in chat. As Antlers will go 1-0 with the win over Czardia.
All right, Antlers finishing with an official race time GG time of 52:53.
One of the faster finishes here of this week, of course.
I mean, even for second quest back half, that was a fairly nice seed, and welcome and GG to Antlers. And Discord is doing some Discord things, so bear with us, guys. Meanwhile, Czardia finally checks those 2 river spots and is heading over to probably get the rest of these recorder spots. Hopefully they don't go into level 8 before finding 2. Because finding 2 will tell them that they basically just have to go into 8, get the Triforce, and they're done.
This would be a really smooth time to do an up into A, but Czardia chooses not to.
Which, you know, it makes sense. 8 is on this side of the map, so, you know, it just would be a shame to end up seeing them dig 8 when they don't really have to. And welcome again to Antlers and GG.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
There we go.
So that was very fast, very smooth.
Thanks. Yeah, I right ordered that seed pretty hard. Not gonna lie. Once I found the bow and silvers and the ladder, the ladder and the silvers, I was pretty much in Triforce and Go for the most part. I was a little worried about the power bracelet toward the end, so I checked a couple extra rooms in 8, but I knew I had a bunch of spots left to check, so.
Yes, and thank you very much for buying Boomstick and making me incredibly happy.
Yeah, with all that money I had, and also I had found the wand, there was no way I was not buying the boomstick at that point.
Plus, it worked out that it was booked to Understand Old Men. Not that they really had anything important to tell you, other than, I think it was an airplane joke.
I didn't even see where I got the book. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I bought it. Duh. I was like, all of a sudden I could understand Old Men, and I just bought it for the boomstick. I was like, oh, wait, yeah. Duh.
Yeah, the book had all 3 purposes in this seed. It was the Understanding the Old Men, it was the Atlas, which immediately told you when you walked into level 8 that, hey, second quest back half is on.
Right, yeah.
And, of course, it was also the Understand Old Men. Czardia is about to find level 2.
See, this is really good news for them because it will tell them that they don't have to dig 8. They just have to get Triforces and they can leave. Because they've already seen 9. Though, yeah, I have to say, you're coming out of the level 5 the first time with the recorder. was such a nice stroke of luck, just because it meant that you didn't have to go back. Czardia ended up searching as much of the overworld as they could, and then they had to go back into 5 because at that point they knew they were missing something to unlock a level.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is the fact that you found level 2, and hey, level 2 gave you a free candle, which both of you struggled to have for the longest time.
Yeah, it took forever to find a candle shop. I found 2 of them. I think one was in Death Mountain, one was in a recorder spot. And I ended up having the red candle before I even found a candle shop. So, also, I didn't know where I picked up the raft. I assume it was in level 2 somewhere, but yeah.
If it makes you feel better, we didn't see it either. We're assuming it was 2.
Yeah, all of a sudden, I menued and I was like, oh wait, I have a raft? When did I get that?
Yeah, Zardia just picked it up in the pixelated fashion that we just saw it in the great homage to their ISP.
Yeah, don't go with CenturyLink, guys. Bad plan.
Anyways, before we get an angry cease and desist order from CenturyLink themselves, I think probably as CD pointed out, the big thing that helped give you the advantage in this race was the fact that you were able to pull out the recorder, which allowed you to route a little more efficiently.
Yeah, getting that recorder in level 5 was nice. And then, obviously finding the ladder early as well was really nice. Because I'd seen the bow on the Overworld, and it just, it just poured required items on me, like one after the other there in that Lost Hills corner.
Yeah, I have to say, that level 1, so the remaining item in level 1 was actually the white sword, which is how Czardia got their first sword of the game. That level 1 was beautiful. It was near the boomstick located at the bookstore. It gave you the wand, it gave you a red ring, and it didn't eat every single key that you had.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I was definitely going to go back to level 1 after I checked those 2 spots, but I was like, I got 2 open caves to check. I might as well see if I can get my wood sword before I go in here, and then it's just on the way back, so I ended up getting pretty lucky with that.
Hey, there we go. Czardia takes the right order path to that Triforce in level 8, and they should be on their way to level 9.
It's a much better path than 8 than I took.
Yeah, we have to see. Well, at that point, were you still looking for items? Because I know you stumbled across a heart and then noped out, which is perfectly understandable. Red ring, you had a bunch of hearts already.
Yeah, I mean, I was, when I was finding staircases, I was looking inside just because I was a little worried about the 2 power bracelet spots. But at the end of the day, I wasn't going to go like super out of my way for items.
Yeah, I mean, if you stumble across it and it's something like an any key, then yay, that's amazing. By the way, that white sword, that's amazing. That white sword item, any key.
Yeah, I already had the any key at that point as well. I was literally just looking for, a power bracelet to know for a fact that I was in go mode, because I hadn't found 9 yet at that point.
Well, it worked out pretty well that it ended up being a burn bush. So that was that was like the nicest seed I've seen in a while, I think.
Yeah, I still had 4 burn bushes over in the forest, and then I also had the bomb spot just southeast of level 6 as well. So I knew it was, probable that I was in go mode, but also if I found a power bracelet, I was definitely going to take it, especially when I was up in Death Mountain coming to one of the 2. Or sorry, one of the 3. Sorry, it's 3 spots.
How about that vanilla Zelda location?
Yeah, I noticed that. Is that a flag, or was that just random?
Just random. I mean, because you got to remember, Ganon was shuffled away.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately for Czardia, they kind of went a different direction. This is going to take them closer to where Ganon is, but they're not going to have the Triforce before they go that way.
Well,
I'm sorry, the compass.
Yeah, hopefully Zardia doesn't go up and right, because then Zardia will find a door that will not open.
And 2 lovely and wonderful landmo rooms before it. Zardia is going to go ahead and take a bubble hit, but I think if I remember correctly, there were blue bubbles on the kind of path to Ganon.
I don't remember, to be honest. I didn't really encounter any red bubbles on my way to Ganon, so I wasn't really concerned about it. Also, I had 2 charges of a potion, so...
Yeah, that was a really good call, taking a potion out of the Take Any before you'd run out of them. Which, it was highly amusing that there was only 1 Take Any that wasn't blocked. Oh, Spiky was in a shoot room. Cool. Good job, Spiky. But yeah, taking the potion early on, especially when there's a chance of bubbles in second quest and 9 is a very good idea.
Yeah, my strat is pretty much take hearts until you have 6, so you know you can get the white sword item, and then take a potion.
Unfortunately for Zardia, in the room with the walk-through wall to get over towards Zelda, they are going to go ahead and take the transportation staircase, which is going to kind of send them in the complete wrong direction. And again, I feel like walking the side of the television.
I mean, they've at least been mostly stable, so we'll give that much credit, but holy cow.
It's okay. They find a bomb wall that's going to kind of send them back sort of in the right direction. And yay for the boomstick and 0 HP whiz robes, because that is just really satisfying. Just walk into a room, shoot the boomstick like 3 times, and everything dies.
So which of the 50-50 flags were you happy to see turned on?
The one I was least happy about was 0 HP enemies. Not a fan of that one. One of my strengths is my combat, so
yeah,
usually,
and that's understandable.
The harder the combat, the better I like the seed.
Zardia is going to go ahead and find Ganon. They also picked up a potion, so they're going to get their sword back.
Yep, and then find out that Ganon 2 was 0 HP.
Yeah, see, I don't mind when this flag rolls on because my Ganon fights are just terrible. Alright, now let's hope that they kind of... No, skip the left ear, go for the right. Alright, well, Zardia is going to, looks like, check the left ear. It makes sense because there's only a couple of rooms up here that he's going to have to look... They are going to have to look through.
I will say probably my favorite flag that rolled off was the vanilla bomb groups, or vanilla drop groups for enemies.
Yeah, it's always nice when you have the enemies that are supposed to be dropping turn out to drop the things that are supposed to drop bombs, you know.
I don't know, I kind of have fun when all the gels just start dropping, like, bombs and hearts and rupees, and you're like, oh, yeah, it's like Christmas! It's all these presents!
I mean, that is definitely a nice thing to find, though, again, the issue then turns into, okay, I'm in a level filled with enemies that can't be killed in one hit. What drops my bombs?
Well, I mean, you're at that point, you're just hoping you had Boomstick and you could just obliterate everything, and then everything turns into a bomb force. It's like, all right, here we go.
Exactly. Just as a programming heads up, coming up here next on this channel at 9:30 p.m. in 20 minutes is going to be the battle between Fury SK and Mr. Dunlow. That's going to have the commentary duo of Will Cleosis and Melchior on the call for that one, with Smile Fires doing the tracking. Also, big shout outs to Potato Failure for clicking the buttons on this seed here for us here, making sure those icons appear, as well as Triforces as our runners grab them.
Yep, they've been doing a great job. All right, so Zardia, sadly, we kind of needed them to up an A and head back towards start, because that compass, I want to say, was like 2 rooms away from the start.
Yeah, it was the one room to the right of the old man.
All right, so we're kind of heading in the right direction, back up towards those blue landmos where he took the they took the staircase instead of trying to walk through wall.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Oh wait, you do miss the shoot room this way. Okay. Shoot room must have been in the further right column.
Yeah, it was 2 down from where Czardia is right now. Czardia does need to walk through this wall, and Czardia is going to be finished up with this momentarily. Get your GGs ready to go, because when Czardia officially gets through this, gonna have to backtrack here.
All right. I mean, we got red ring and boomstick. This shouldn't take very long.
Yeah. Go over to the room to the right. The shutter door will open up, and Czardia will be the second to finish up in this seed. GG's in chat for Czardia. So while we wait for Czardia to come on in here, the other races going on. Druis versus Assassin's Link is just about to begin over on SpeedGaming. Sea Falcon versus Potato Pony on SpeedGaming 4 begins at the bottom of the hour. Just mentioned Fury and Mr. Dunlow. Bogey versus Random Effect is at 10 o'clock, and then Chess Jerk and Dr. JPHD also coming up at 10 o'clock tonight as well. Channel SpeedGaming 2 for the Fury, Mr. Dunlow, SpeedGaming 5 for the Bogey Random Effect, and Z1 Randomizer for the Chess Jerk, Dr. JPHD.
So many good races tonight.
It's a nutty slate.
A lot of great matches overall in this week one.
Welcome and GG to Czardia.
GG, thank you so much.
Yo, GG, Czardia.
GG, man. Wow, that's a hot time there.
Thanks. Yeah, I right ordered the seed pretty hard.
Yeah, Antlers got the recorder, his first time in 5, which led him to 2, where he got the free red candle that was sitting on the floor. So he didn't have to find a blue candle shop buried in the middle of Death Mountain.
That certainly saves some time.
Yeah, it really did. And then I was very happy to see that both of you actually picked up the boomstick, though we missed it until you walked into Second Quest level 8 and the map was there, and I was like, wait, that means Czardia got the book.
Yeah, I picked it up as soon as I saw it. I knew that it was something that I wanted.
Definitely made sense here with the way the seed played out. You were the first one to get to the ladder in level 4, which at that point was probably a big telling to you about the fact that Heart Shuffle was turned on.
Yeah, that sure was. I kind of dug a few extra rooms looking for that.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
It's okay, go ahead.
As soon as I realized it was Second Quest Overworld, I figured recorder was going to be required.
Yeah, I kind of assumed that Heart Shuffle was off because I found a stair item and a floor item in 1, and then I just found a stair item in I want to say 5. I don't think I found the. Maybe I did find the floor item, and that's when I realized. But yeah, I definitely dipped out of the third item in 1. You said it was the white sword. That's right.
Yeah, that was the nicest level 1 I've seen in forever.
Yeah, and the crazy thing about that white sword was the fact that it only really helped with the very few bosses in this game.
It was a jet seed for sure.
I mean, the only annoying thing about this seed was the fact that you had to dive 2Q8.
So, Czardia, your path through 2Q8 was incredibly fast. Antlers actually saw like twice as many rooms, I want to say.
I got lucky in there. I said, let's go south instead of north, and sure enough, that was the Triforce room. Ended up full clearing the overworld, though, except for raft spots.
It's okay, Antlers did those for us. So, we at least, we kind of had full knowledge of the map, which was cool. Well, I guess minus power bracelet spots.
I was starting to worry about that power bracelet. Last location, too.
Yeah, we were at that point just wondering, because we hadn't seen 9 or I think 2 for the longest time, and then the Antlers found 2, and then we were just going, okay, well, where is 9 going to end up? And do we actually have to go dive one of these dungeons to get the power bracelet?
Yeah, that 9 could have been a little nasty if we didn't have 0 HP enemies, red ring, boomstick, a million hearts.
Yeah, that just makes everything nicer, I have to say. It's like, all right, I'm good. We can take a bunch of hits. There was a Patra in one of the levels with 4 Beamos in the corner, and you're just standing there wanding down the Patrites because they rolled to 0 HP, but the Patra was normal, and it's just like, yeah, with red ring and wand and boomstick and stuff, this is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a low combat seed.
Yeah, which makes for, it's fun to watch.
It definitely helps when the Triforces get put into their normal rooms.
Yeah, that was
for sure.
For sure.
So I do want to ask this question for Czardia. I asked this question to Antlers as well. Of the 50-50 flags that got turned on, which one did you like seeing on the most, and which one do you like seeing on the least in this seed?
I think I liked seeing the 0 HP the most. That usually makes things very quick and easy. The one I liked the least was probably the second quest, Triforce, for the last 3 levels. I had to get an image to kind of brush up on that. I almost dove into 7, thinking that it was required, and then I looked at my notes and thankfully saw that it was level 8 Triforce that was required.
Yeah, and I think that probably was a little more of the time that you lost was that unfortunate dive through level 7, which included that unfortunate coming out of the staircase into a block clip.
That's never happened before. That was a goodie there.
I've actually only seen that once on another. It was actually, I think, on Theorwolf's channel, and it was just kind of like, how in the world did that happen?
So we do need to get wrapping up here because coming up next we have Fury SK versus Mr. Dunlow. Will Cleosa's Malkier is getting ready to hop on board for commentary. So Czardia, I guess the question now becomes, how much do you love your ISP?
It's horrendous. I have been through an ordeal for the last 2 months. I've been in multiple chats, multiple texts have had to come out. I'm still having issues. It's time for me to dump them.
Best wishes with you in regards to that. And when you do listen back to this race, you'll see that we take a lot of sympathy with you in mentioning about how much that particular ISP did indeed suck.
Yeah, it's terrible. I was, kind of on the fence about joining the tournament. And then for 3 days last week, I had a good stream for 6 hours straight. And then tonight, back to the normal. So I think it's time for me to find a new one.
Well, good luck doing that. And I'm still glad that you joined the tournament.
Thank you so much. Had a lot of fun. My goal is to have fun. And looking forward to the next match. GG Antlers.
Yeah, GG Czardia, and good luck in week 2.
All right, how about...
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to say thank you to everyone who helped with the restreaming, commentary, tracking, everything like that. So always appreciated.
Absolutely. Give it up for both of these runners. We have antlerz44 and Czardia. Be sure to follow both of them as they make their path through this entire tournament. With that being said, stay tuned. Our next match coming up here at 9:30. CD, I'm going to let you say the final words.
Well, I mean, the final words for me would be cookies, but otherwise I'll say everybody have a great night. There is tons of great Zelda races happening, so yeah, you got plenty to pick from.